A lot of the new members showing some interest in futures. So,
Okay, let's go.
all right, guys, we're below 6,600 here. So for calls, like I said, I want to see us hold above 6,600, below 6,600. Puts in play targeting 65.80. I'm gonna wait for the 5 minutes to close before jumping in anything. And I am sizing a bit lighter today than normal, so keep that in mind. While we're looking, I don't know if you want to give some of the new members some insight on you and the type of trades you take and so forth. Uh,
Like trades I take. Hold up.
well, just a little bit about yourself, I guess.
Let me just get this set up.
So you're taking SPX. Yeah, you can definitely follow along if I take SPX. If you guys are on smaller accounts or prefer to trade SPY, you could definitely take it. Just be aware of the contracts you're taking. I would recommend trying to be as close to the money as possible.
All right, I definitely have more of like a scalpy play style. I like to usually look for levels of liquidity, wait for confirmation in the market and order flow to get high probability setups. So, um, for example, Jack likes to use the volume on SPX in order to make sure that he has a high probability of profiting. I what I do is I just just go with the flow, follow the trend, look for levels of liquidity, or areas of supply and demand for a kind of just a good entry that has a good risk reward. So I always look for at least 1-to-1 risk reward. I always go for more, of course, but at least 1-to-1. I always lock some in around there. And I use the 9 and 14 EMA to help me kind of look for an entry as well. So that's kind of my main thing. 9 and 14 EMA, if they cross above each other, I look for longs. If they stay below each other like this, I look for shorts. And they're very apparent on the 1 minute too. So I use it on the 5 minute and 1 minute. So let's see what
Mr.
happens
Big
here, guys.
Omen.
What's up, Gomez?
I saw you in the visitor chat the other day.
I got about 45 seconds left on the 5 minute candle. Marley, choose usually here in the morning session.
Yeah, I'm a morning guy. I don't usually trade later in the day, mostly because I work nights usually, but we're good. Didn't work last night, so we'll see. I don't usually trade after though, because just trading my window is what I'm used to doing. Alright, we're holding under this level here. Pretty weak so far, but I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, cons are a bit juiced. Trying to see what I like in terms of puts here. Not anything. Not. I'm pulling up the 65.70 puts just to have them ready if I decide to enter.
Jack the Bear.
Yeah, below
What?
bull bear line, man, 6,600. So I've been talking about that. I think we have room to 65.80, and then if we lose that, kind of what we saw last week Wednesday, test of 65.50, 65.50. Yeah, not a bear often, but below 6,600 we've got from. Nice job, Selby. I'm assuming puts help. Wada. You caught that on calls? Nice. Oh, so you caught it right at 65.95, I'm guessing. I guess kind of we talked about just below 6,600. We're selling off. I didn't enter anything yet. You know, you guys could have probably scalped there, but I'd rather wait for some more confirmation. Looks like we went downside though. Let's see.
Yeah, it looks really weak.
All right, guys, those are the two strikes I'm watching. 66.25 calls above 6,600. We failed 65.90 here, so I told you the 65.70 puts are what I'll be watching. So let's see if I can get an entry. And the puts maybe.
I feel like there's some decent volume today. So I think I'm gonna trade a little bit smaller on Qs. Cause don't wanna risk too much.
Yes, I mentioned the same thing. I'm going to be trading slightly smaller position.
We do only have one more bit of news in 30 minutes, so.
New home sales, right?
Existing home sales. I
Existing
think.
home sales. Oh.
Yeah, I think new home sales were yesterday, and didn't really see anything on the market with the news yesterday. Core PCE is tomorrow, so that's why I was worried that we didn't see a clean move today, just kind of a tight range. But so I'm waiting here to see if we can come back up close to 65.90 as a retest for me to enter puts. It's just been dumping, so looks like we want to head to 65.80. So no entry for me yet. That's a crazy move. Q calls jump from 115 to 684. Like, yeah, there's no way you would have caught it though. Sucks.
Is Balls Deep in the chat? I don't see him in here. No. Okay. I'll just reply.
Wake up. Let's see. You took the puts. Did you get an F? So let's pick right down to 65.80. Again, guys, that's what we kind of mentioned in the morning. Below 6,600, come down to 65.80. Unfortunately, I didn't catch the end. which is fine. Some of you guys did. You just manage your positions. No, David, I didn't take anything. I was watching puts, but I didn't get it. That's fine. Nice job, Donald.
I feel like we're just flushing.
Yeah. Below here, guys, next target below 65.80. I've got levels at 75, 65, and then 50. So just be careful. If your inputs, manage your positions. There's still a lot of room to downside. Last week, Wednesday, was a pretty straight shot to 65.50. So if your inputs, you can probably just trail your way down. Looks like we want to flush. Nice job, Sam. 8%. You're killing it. Back in full port call.
Alright, I might take a short position here, around 24,455 on Qs. Just a pretty small position. I'm just gonna put a limit sell 3 there. Stop loss will be above this candle high, and then take profit will be around, what was that, 50 points ish? 76 points. We get fill. So near 3R. See if we can get up there.
Nice job, Khaled. Yeah, it's flushing, Brad.
We don't get entry, we don't get entry, it's alright.
Unfortunately, guys, I didn't get an entry. I see a lot of you guys did, so good job. I'm not going to chase it here. Just kind of wait to see what happens. I am pulling up the 65.40 puts. See if we can retest somewhere close to 65.80 for entry, and then see how those go. But did you get into, or you're still
Not
waiting
yet.
for?
I'm actually going to take 2 shorts instead of 3 there, if it hits that area. So I'm just going to reduce my position, because I kind of want to have a wider stop, maybe like right here. So this will allow me to give myself a little bit more room.
She was looking at shorts on futures.
I wouldn't take this on options, mostly because theta might, or delta and theta might kill you. I think we have a little bit more room on the downside. Let's see if we get tapped in here. We're pretty close.
Pretty strong bounce on right off of 65.75.
Okay, we're in these. Stop loss just a little bit higher. Maybe above this high. 444.95. And take profit 4379.
All right, guys, I just entered the 6540 puts. I got filled here at 340. Small position.
And I will be trailing my stop, guys, but let's see how this goes. This might be a bounce here.
Yeah, it looks like we're picking up the last of the buying pressure from FOMC. We're kind of in a no man's land. Really, the only time we traded in that area was FOMC from about 65.85 to 65.55. We had a small gap up back on Wednesday, yeah, a gap up from Wednesday to Thursday, from the 10th to the 11th. But we were only in that range for about 15 minutes and then came back above. So if we can't hold 65.85, we might be coming back down about another 30 points to find buying pressure again.
You might validate my setup here. Might close it early.
Unfortunately, some of you guys might be getting stopped out here. I'm still holding these. I'm down about 25%.
I got stopped out of those. That was a pretty big rejection. But all good. That one was
Like I
worth
said,
a
it was
try, for sure.
a small position, guys. Follow your trade. If you got stopped out, no worries.
Okay. If we form a higher low, something like this, I'll be going for longs. But for now, I think I'm just gonna wait.
Just be careful, David. Manage your position. I'm still in these guys, but if your trade plan says to stop out 20%, 30%, whatever your stop loss is, follow your trade plan. Size wait on these. What stock is 2685?
I'm sorry, was I saying 26 stuff? I was referring to SPX. If I said 26, I meant 66.
All right, so what I'm looking at here, guys, is the daily kind of dumped early, and we're towards the 914 EMA here on the daily. So I was expecting it to dump a little bit further before we got a reversal, but it looks like we might be getting it kind of early here. I wanted to see us come sweep some levels here to pick up a little bit more volume. Coming towards this low here would have been good, but we weren't able to get there. But if the market wants to show us a reversal, we Might be entering here because I do expect it to bounce today. That's kind of the big thing I was looking for. It looks like it might be forming a really big V pattern here. So it's just a high volume bounce. And if we can follow this move, we could definitely see high of day break. But ideally, I would like to see a higher low form before I enter.
Bullish, the majority stopped out. I'm in a small position, so I'm just gonna hold these. But the three is invalidated in my opinion. We broke 65.90, so you should be out of the play.
So buyers just got absorbed there. Pretty big sell off. If this shows that these sellers get invalidated, so you see how there's this big sell off here, we start pushing back up and we hold, I'm gonna look for longs.
It was a pretty big move. I was down like 40% and now back 19.
Wow, big rejection of that entire candle
Yeah.
Yeah.
immediately.
All right, guys. I know most of you guys got stopped out. I'm still in these. I'm about 10% back to break even here. Wow, it's a huge move.
Yeah, pretty big dump there. Just gonna wait a little bit longer. Just see what the market wants to do. You should be near break even, right, Jack?
I was in profit for a second. Yeah, I'm in profit back. I'm at break even at the moment. In profit now. Yeah. All right, so these comms came back to break even for me.
For those of you that may have taken my trade on TNA, our group of OG members that saw my alert from yesterday morning, I'm trying to roll the short strikes down from 46 to 44 for today and next Friday. Just waiting to get filled.
And so these cons are just sitting. If you guys got stopped out, don't beat yourself up about it. It's good to just follow your trade plan. You can always make it up on another trade.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take a long here, guys. Mostly because we invalidated these sellers here, we bounced up. And I want to see if we can form a higher low here. My stop loss is at low of day. This is more of a risky setup, but I'm going for a little bit more. Looking for higher day to come. This is going kind of against the trend here, but it kind of gives us a good risk to reward, so I'm just going to go for it. Entry was about 61.50.
Okay, filled on the roll.
SPX found support at 65.80, came right back down to test it and then bounced right off of it. So another example of why, following your trade plan works. Been able to take a trim and now down 30%ish.
I don't want us to even come test low of days, so my stop loss is like right here.
Yeah, bullish. I can go over it. What nobody's talking about is when I size for my contracts, I should find them risk and stuff 3-0. We could talk about it after the session. I can kind of go over how I size my trades and why I size the way I do. Yeah, I love playing around with futures. Nice.
Khaled just touches something and makes money.
It feels that way, right? Hal, you posted up it opened 2 profits, right? You probably took an NDX put. Chu, did you enter the longs?
Yep.
I choose in longs.
I might close it out early here. Not like in that candle. I might tighten my stop a little bit more as well.
What a roller coaster. Ons are back to break even. Just about. Oh, you were gonna put some risk. All right, guys. Cons in profit here. Not much, but
I'm down about half my risk right now, guys.
so SPX back under 65.80. I think we can come down and test 60. We can hold them.
We got existing home sales here in a minute. The wick might stop us out from just straight volume, but it'll be okay if it does. Nice push. Hopefully it doesn't work us out.
Yeah, Brad. Existing home sales just well.
Okay, we're back in the green on these longs. See if we can get a nice push here. Up about half my risk. Getting close to 1R here. I want to see if we can break the VWAP. Okay, we're up 1R. One risk factor here. I want to see us break this high, that previous sell-off. If we break out of there, we'll definitely see 2, 4, 5, 6, 1.
Watching the 5-minute candle here. If we close above 65.90, I'm just going to close out my position. I know most of you that with me are probably out of position, but just letting you guys know what I'm doing with mine. And after the morning session, I'll stay in for a bit, and I'll kind of give you guys an idea of how I trade and how I size and all of that for SPX. For mine, I get filled yesterday's close.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and move my stops to break even now, guys. If this starts to come down, it'll just invalidate the setup anyways, so.
All right, about 45 seconds left on this 5-minute. I'm just gonna close out here, guys. Taking that down about 50%. Right.
So I put a limit sell above this high level of liquidity for half my position.
I just found a nickel under the couch.
And then I'll trail the last con, see if we can hit this high here. That'll be nice.
What a reversal.
5-minute looks great. I want to see us just keep pumping. We're up almost 2R here.
David for upside, I'm gonna wait for 6,600. Obviously, I missed the push up here, so I want to see us recap 6,600 and hold before looking at upside.
Trailing my stop a little bit more in profit here. We're testing the VWAP.
Where Chu entered long, that would have been a great entry. But at this point, I'll feel like I'm chasing, so I'll wait for 6,600 to recap and hold before looking at longs.
Okay, we're up about 2R, a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and take one off here. I'm just gonna trail the last. So we are about break even on the day so far with realized gains, and whatever this con makes will be our profit for the day. So let's see if we can get all the way up here. This looks like a double bottom breakout. Hopefully it forms a cup and handle and just keeps going. But this is a very high volume push. So that's why I'm trailing kind of tightly here. Because if it pulls back, it'll pull back pretty hard. But if it wants to keep pushing, it will show a weak pullback. So a strong pullback will show that it might want to switch directions.
Not oils.
Wait, Webull makes you pay for live data?
Yeah, level 2 data is like $2 a month.
Whack. That's crazy.
I know, it's a little dumb.
I did not know that.
All right, guys, SPX testing 6600 here. Hasn't been able to break through. It's rejected, popped up, rejected. So just waiting. It sounds like life.
I'm just gonna close out here at the VWAP, guys. Mostly because I want to stay above my $150 target for the day, and we've already hit it. So I'm just gonna